Today I want to share a devotion called The Helping Hand. So many times in the Bible, God will speak, or there will be a description of His care, His work, His presence, His love in our life with the terminology and the identification of His hand being with us, His hand being at work. One of those places is Isaiah 41:10, where God says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, I am your God. I will strengthen you and uphold you with my right hand, with my righteous right hand." Over this season, our family is getting ready for a major transition, a major life event. We're moving to a new home in the area. And with that move to the new home, we've heard from so many people who are offering their prayers, their congratulations, their support, their help. We have constantly just heard from people offering to help with the move, to help us clean the current house, offering recommendations for contractors and companies we could use, and even coming up with really creative ideas for furniture, for layout, for the new place. And I've just got to tell you, in this major life event, these helping hands and these big hearts that have just come multiple times a day from multiple people has just been a blessing upon blessing that we've received, that it's been just a continual flow of blessing over our lives. And all this help is just a reminder of the constant care and love that God gives. So with each person sending blessing, wishing us the best, coming alongside us to help, I am continually reminded of God's hand at work in our lives. You know, there are discussions out there, and the argument could be made that God doesn't even have a body. God is spirit, the Bible says, and those who worship Him must worship in spirit and truth. That's what Jesus said. God is omnipresent. He's everywhere at once. So does He have a hand? Does He have an arm? Does He have eyes? Does He have ears? You know, that could be argued. We know that Jesus had a body. He came in the flesh, and He has a glorified body, which He occupies in heaven. But no matter what, the one thing that cannot be argued is that this imagery, this vivid imagery, this type of specific imagery communicates something understandable and relatable to us. We're able to understand and relate to the fact that there is a constant care, there is a perfect love when His hand reaches to us and is at work in our lives. As we move through this present season, as we move through this chapter of life known as 2021, as we move on this faith path, let's be reassured, let's be encouraged, let's be confident that God's hand is lovingly with us, leading us, and lifting us up against every enemy, threat, attack, obstacle. One of my favorite verses in all the Bible is Isaiah 59:1, where the prophet says, "Surely the arm of the Lord is not too short that He cannot save, nor His ear too dull that He cannot hear." So just as so many have reached out to us and it's increased our joy and strength levels during this move, I pray that your joy and strength levels would increase as you move by faith in this season, as you walk by faith and not by sight. May your joy and strength level be increased as God's hand reaches out to your hand to take it and lead you and walk with you. How amazing is that God will take us by the hand and lead us, that God's hand would gather you to Himself in love, that God's hand would open to you, daily providing abundantly every need you have. And may God's hand surround you, offering shade and shelter and strength no matter what you face. His hand is with you. His hand will do the work, and His hand leads us to promises, blessings, and victory upon victory. Have an amazing day, and know that His hand is right there with you in love and in might.